welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming tenants in 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Today we've got what's always a hard-hitting battle in the NFC North, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Chicago Bears. Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
Drafted with the idea that he'd be one of the most dangerous quarterbacks in the NFL when he put it all together. We've been seeing that progress throughout his career. This guy's legs, we knew they were phenomenal. Arm, top-notch. But now we're seeing his mind come into the game. Reed's defense is better and better each and every week, and is showing patience as a passer as well. Not as eager to exit the pocket, finding guys downfield for bigger plays.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Play fake. Murray. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Now Murray. Now he'll tuck this and run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, and a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Looking to put a drive together. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
To throw, Williams. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key third down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. They just pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll go play action here with Williams. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They'll run the draw here with Swift. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
From the 4, this is second down and 1. Off the bootleg, it's Williams. Touchdown, Bears! Colston Loveland from 3 yards out. And the Bears take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. But he is such a matchup nightmare down near the goal line, CD, and another example right there on that play for the touchdown.
It's borderline impossible to defend this guy because that kind of size, he can still get out and run a crisp route, and he has excellent hands. Even if you stick with him, all the quarterback has to do is lob it up, and he can win almost any jump ball.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football. Wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Jefferson going to go in motion right. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Complete. Jefferson to target. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down.
2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Murray now. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Murray. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bears take over. Looking to throw is Williams. That's downfield. He's got Loveland. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
To throw, it's Williams. That's caught. The tight end Loveland with it. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this. Back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Swift going to try up the middle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
To the air, Williams. Pass complete to Loveland. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Here's Williams. Throw caught by Raymond. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
So on 4th down, Cairo Santos on now for the Bears field goal. Santos' kick is up and through. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start with a run by Mason. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Well, give him credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run, and then executed.
Now 2nd and 9. Play action. Now it's Murray. This one brought in by Jefferson. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Murray keeps it himself. And he will have a Vikings first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
A gain of 1 yard. First down, Vikings.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now this time Murray to throw it. And his throw is incomplete.
That certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. To throw is Murray. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Murray. And he is caught. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
15 yards. And the Vikings first down. A gain of 15.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Throwing now is Murray. He's got Mason complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Jefferson moving in motion left. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Murray now to throw. On the screen, this is Mason. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They want to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the 1st quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Jordan Mason, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have got it back to within a score. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Point after try forthcoming.
The extra point.
And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Bears 10.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Bears now ready to take over again. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Yeah, he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
A gain of 2.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle, because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Throwing is Williams. Got his man on the out route. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play.
That's a gain of 5.
And now it's 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
Operating from the gun, Williams. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Here comes the Bears punter now. Back deep for the Vikings, Miles Price. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Vikings offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating him up right now. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll run again with Mason. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
To throw, it's Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now here's Ryan Wright now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. The Bears in good field position to start out. 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Here's Williams. From the gun, he'll throw. So 8 yards on the completion there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Brings up 3rd down.
Williams going to sneak it. And he will have the Bears 1st down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Pass caught by Burden. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 37-yard line.
Pass to the right side, caught by Burden. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line.
13 yards on the
Mark
play.
that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Here's Swift. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the third down pass play.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Santos' kick is up and through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Right back to Mason.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
Got a man. It's the rookie out of the 3rd round. Well, that one hurts. That wipes away what would have been a big play.
But you and I both know coaches aren't real big on silver linings. But at least that play call was a successful one. Now the focus offensively, that goes to overcoming the penalty and making all that yardage back again.
Murray now going to do it himself.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive.
He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And Swift is not going to get there as they stop him short of the yellow line.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Mason going to get it on first down. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
A gain of 11.
Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they're able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Murray going to throw.
Pass complete to Addison.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now Murray, he bootlegs it.
Open man, that's Felton.
Complete to Ty Felton. Out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Now Murray. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Throwing again, Murray. He'll try to pick it up himself. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
At the Bears' 9-yard line.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Murray. He's got some room to operate. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Montez Sweat with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 25 yards out. And his kick is indeed good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. On the return, Devin Duvernay dances by him. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up, put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the 3rd quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 58 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
On third down, here comes Swift.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
It wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on third and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up.
This is Swift on the counter. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, Williams. He's got this complete to Burden.
He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds him and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Open man is Raymond. He's got it.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Bears first down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Off the bootleg, it's Williams. On the RPO, he'll keep.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Caleb Williams
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Santos now to add the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side, so now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
In motion goes the tight end. Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Still second down.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Murray now.
This is caught by Addison. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire fourth remaining, so stranger things have happened.
Murray now going to do it himself.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Vikings first down. A gain of 9 yards. And the Vikings first down.
Straight ahead, here's Mason. Dio Dangbo there to make the play defensively.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 8.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Murray off play action.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Well, the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
For the Vikings field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Oh, what a move. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Play action. Now Williams. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
2nd and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift.
And he stopped immediately there. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
15 yards. That's good for the Bears. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Swift going to try up the middle. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 89 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
1st and 10.
We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 37-yard line.
That's caught. The tight end Loveland with it.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
Not too many teams will use a 1st-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the 1st round there. A nice little catch and run to get the good yardage.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And the Bears 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. This defense tough to run against, and those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the 2nd level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Caleb Williams,
A 3-yard touchdown run.
and the Bears will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Now the point after try for Santos. And the lead is up to 14. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
They'll start with a run by Mason.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears.
Inside the 10.
And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one. And it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. That's what they've done all game long.
Santos now to add the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Able to slither by.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And now out comes Minnesota. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing now is Murray.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Addison will go in motion left.
To throw is Murray.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The offense on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Murray.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They'll run Manungai. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Santos' kick is up and through. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And after the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. To throw, it's Murray. Short throw, caught by the tight end, Oliver. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Shotgun now from Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Oh, able to avoid him. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the 1st down before taking the hit.
Murray now to throw. He lets one go deep for Addison. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray.
He'll get this into the hands of Price.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's got it at the 15. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 40 yards.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
They'll hand it to Mason.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out.
Ball start.
And a 5-yard penalty.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Already a pair of third-down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third-down try. Now this time Murray to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down of this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Looking to put a drive together.
Pass caught right side by Loveland.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Here's Monangai.
And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
First down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
When trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Running is Monangai. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
It's 3rd and 7.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. In motion, the tight end. To the air, Williams. Throw caught by Raymond. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
Bears, first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Defensively, you give up the big chunk play there on the ground. Now they really have to bow up.
They certainly do, but I know how offensive linemen think. They don't care that the defense is going to bow up. They want to dominate them. They want to get into the end zone first and have the running back follow them. That's how they want to cap off this drive.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On the ground, it's Monangai. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll run here with Monangai. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Now the point after try for Santos. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
And out now come the Vikings.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Murray going to throw.
Open man, that's Felton.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 44-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Now Murray. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And the Vikings first down. A gain of 3 on the play. First down, Vikings.
They'll run with Scott. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
On the give, it's Mason. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Here's Murray.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.